That Thranduil. It's Hitler 2 himself. He's here. Everyone's screaming and ripping their dicks off because this card got printed. Okay, what are we doing with coat of arms, dog? We're in green, motherfucker. Come join us in 2026. We're getting Elf Necroticus. We're putting fucking... deep breath. It'll be okay. Garrett, thank you for getting a deck review. Hello, everyone. My gameplay is to make a lot of mana and hopefully win with Exsanguinate or Finale. It's a newer deck, and I don't expect to have much... I don't have much experience with this style of the deck. I'd like to keep it under $50 of new inclusions and less than 3 game changers. Am I reading the right blurb? Because there's no way this person... Okay, yeah, no, this is right. Keep lands under $50. Okay, I see. My fault. I misread that. Keep lands under $50. I was about to say, you want me to do $50 of upgrades in the $600 elf deck? No budget besides the lands. I'm struggling with consistency. I just don't really do anything, and then the game is over. I feel like I don't get to do anything with my commander, and it would be better used to, and it would be better to use someone else. I wouldn't mind if he felt like another commander would be better. I also feel like I just play mana dorks and develop and die. Okay, so we're a combo deck. Why are we Crater of Behemoth thing? We don't have time. We need to just win with combo. No. Sure. Okay. Urborg Elf. Awful. Do we have Devoted Druid? Yes, we're doing evil Devoted Druid shit. We have Buried Alive. We have Entomb. So all we need is 1 copy of Tyvar the Pummeler and the Idiot and counter spells. That's all you need to make this deck work. Do we have Marwyn? Yes, we do. Okay. Okay. So my main thing is when I hear you say that you don't get to play the game, I'm thinking like, how do we stax our opponents out of the fucking game during our turn? Oh, good heavens. We have so many options, chat. Okay, numero uno. I do think we should be rocking out with Guardian Augmenter. Boom. So, Flash 3-drop gives your commander hexproof. You cannot win. Shang-Chi. Yep, Shang-Chi should come in. Shang-Chi is just Tyvar. Right. It gives all creatures haste, basically, but only for abilities. Arcane Signet in my green deck. Awesome. Lightning Greaves makes sense. Staff of Dom. We don't need this, I think. I think if we're going infinite, we can find out better ways to win. 1,000-Year Elixir. Yes, absolutely. Umbral Mantle. Yes, absolutely. Okay, now I want to add in Beast Whisperer. I know Beast Whisperer is really boring, but this is just a way to get elves flowing. Okay, it's already in. Do we have the 6-drop Beast, or the 6/6 Beast Whisperer? Okay, we do not. MV equals 4. Power equals 6. Type elf. Champions of the Perfect. This is Beast Whisperer 2. And then we gotta go... Eladamri Corvectol's already in. Do you have Elvish Harbinger? Elvish Harbinger. 34 lands. Maybe more land. Disciple of Frailes? Okay, this is a fun exercise because I know this deck is going to get evil and awful and scary, but I don't care. I haven't brewed or thought about Thranduil at all. I'm going to make you the most disgusting Necroticus combo deck ever. Because this is my first time building him too, so I might as well have some fun with it. Whoops, Traverse the Uvenwald. And then Malevolent Rumble fills up a graveyard. And ramps. Hermit Druid for the commander? Yeah, probably. Is Hermit Druid a human, though? Yeah, I don't know. If it was an elf, I'd run it. And I know it's still fine, but that's just my opinion. Actually, let's do Hedron Grab. Maybe. We'll think about that. We'll think about Hedron Grab. No. Yes. Draw. Elf. Bloom Tender. Yo, Elron, read these fucking moons, man. So I think a lot of bad players would jam the commander right now. And I think that's really silly to do. Whoops. Okay, and then here you go 1, 2, 3. Draw a card. We would have drawn a card last turn, I think. No, we didn't activate an ability of a creature last turn before this entered play, I think. Anyway, we drew a card. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Harmonized Crescendo, just draw 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Malevolent Rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring back Champions of the Perfect. Player land for turn. We have an island. All right, next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Champions of the Perfect. Exile Abomination of Llanowar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me play an additional land on each of your turns. When this other land you control enters, put 2 counters on this, sure. Think, hold up counterspell. Oh, we would have drawn another card as well. Okay, wait, that's our second land. So yeah, I noticed that we're not filling up our graveyard fast enough. All right, uncounterable Thandril. Draw a card. Green, draw a card. Okay, there's Exsanguinate. We have Finale already. I don't think we need Exsanguinate. Isn't there like a billion elves that mill? Aftermath Analyst. Luluin. Tribune Tristan. Kaga. Cantankerous Keepers. Because this is a self-mill deck. For sure. So no Farseek. No Kindred Dom. It's fine, to be clear, Kindred Dominance. I just think we're trying to win with combo, not with board. Okay, I really don't like Deadly Rollick in my deck where my commander is like the most kill-on-sight motherfucker on Earth. Because it's going to be hard to keep him in play. Underrealm Lich is cute. Some more creature cards in the graveyard? Sure, fuck it. It feels like we strangely have a lot of triggered abilities in a deck that cares about activated abilities. I don't like Imperious Perfect. That feels like it plays more towards the board than we want to. Circle of Dreams Druid. It's probably fine, right? And then I think I want more looters as well. I think looters are a great way to get this off the ground. I think Heroic really implies that we're playing towards the boards. Also, we're just in blue. Like, it's just counter your spells. Thoughts on Defense Grid if you're just trying to wombo? Defense Grid is a great card if you are just trying to combo. I think we are in blue, so that makes Defense Grid worse. Because Defense Grid is... Because counter spells are Defense Grid, if you think about it. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Honestly, pretty good mills. What I like about Aftermath Analyst in a deck that cares about milling is that you can just get a milling creatures, rather, is you just get a consolation prize when you do mill the lands. Okay, there we go. Like, we just got a nice little explosive vegetation there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe we shouldn't have played Marwyn in hindsight, but here I'd probably just pass, in all honesty. We don't got to do anything. Okay. And then we go Woodland Weave Master counter. Green black Luluin. When Luluin enters, you mill 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get back. We could put a creature or land from among them on top. No. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thranduil. Counter your spell, draw a card. And then next turn, behold, we have Delirium. So what that means is stuff. Whenever another... I didn't even read the rest of this card. Whenever another legendary elf you control enters, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. That seems like fucking war criminal behavior. What the fuck? Type elf. So we could just do Eladamri. I think I want to do Tyvar. Tyvar. And then this can tap for X, where X is the number of creature cards in our graveyard. It can also tap for green, where green is the number of elves we control. So let's activate this where... Oh, we have Devoted Druid. We win. We kill Devoted Druid with her own +1/+1 counter ability. So then we tap, activate, green for each elf we control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we Devoted Druid untap. Activate this for 5 of our 6 floating green. And then we tap this. And each time we're getting +X, where X is the greatest number. Greatest number is always going to be 5. But it's going to keep growing over time. But anyway, we can go infinite here because we gain more power here than we lose to the -1/-1 counters. And then we win. Right? Haha. So this is a turn 7 combo win because everything has +1,000,000,000. The only thing is that we don't win against trample right now. We would need a way to get trample. So instead of getting Tyvar, you actually get Izuri. And then we're infinite here instead. And then it also gives trample instead. And we also have a regenerate mode. So we're surviving against like kill spells. So there we go. That was a turn 7 win. We used every single card. That's pretty cool. I think Abomination of Llanowar is maybe a little bit middling. It's just a big idiot. Which is great when he's your commander. Honestly, I kind of want to jam like Elvish War Leader, right? Mana value 2, elf, or token, whenever, elf. Elf, whenever elf. Okay, Elvish War Master's already in. My fault. Whenever the non-token elf or berserker you control dies. That's insane. Incubation Druid. Mayhaps. Let's do Hedron Crab. I like the mill angle. And I think just Hedron Crabbing ourselves every day is insane. Okay, this is a nuts fucking hand. Holy shit. Dink. I guess we go Zagoth Triome. Next turn. Yo! Welcome to the board, Crabby boy. Mill 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got 2 elves in the yard. Overgrown 2, mill 3. Graveyard, graveyard, graveyard. 1, 2, 3. Formidable Speaker, discard Azuri. Tutor up. Shang-Chi. The Master of Kung Fu. Next turn. Forest, 1, 2, 3. Well, now I feel like an idiot because 1,000-year elixir. But pass. Black. Devoted Druid. And we should have milled ourselves for 3, I guess, but I'll remember this turn. Morphic Pool. 1, 2, 3. Okay, nothing. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thranduil. We can activate his abilities at instant speed. So we go... Tap for green. Untap this. Offer you can't refuse your kill spell. Next turn. Okay, we're literally like 1 card short. It's so sad. So in hindsight, if I knew I was going to draw the 1,000-year elixir or the counterspell, this right here should be a gameplay object that allows you to tap for power or equal to the number of elves you control. So let's do Gerard. That's a legendary creature, elf entering, so draw. 1, 2, Malevolent Rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we win. Because now we can go -1/-1 counter on Thranduil. Shoutouts Malevolent Rumble, by the way. Tap for 3 green. Use 1 of the 3 green. Untap Thranduil. Tap Thranduil. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Activate Azuri. All elves we control get +3/+3 and gain trample. Another counter. Untap. Tap for 5. And then activate the ability of Azuri again. And then activate the ability of Devoted Druid. 7 mana now. So every time we're going up mana. So this is infinite mana. All of our elves have trample and +1,000,000,000+1,000,000,000. And then after the final iteration, where we have like a bunch of floating black mana, do we have an elf that lets us tap for 1 mana of any color? Add 2 mana of any one color, spend this mana only to activate. Oh, but that's not an elf. That is not an elf. If we had black filtering. Oh, untap target creature. We untap Formidable Speaker. Formidable Speaker can now untap black source. So now we can go untap here. Swing with infinite Thranduil. Swing with infinite trampling Gerard. Black, infinite green mana again. Fling with Gerard. Kill the final player. So that's a turn 6 lethal. I feel like Thranduil really needs anti-grave hate. I feel like you can just get Bajuka bogged. There's so many different combos in here. We have one that's the fastest. It's the whole, multi-mana dork plus Azuri plus Thranduil plus Devoted Druid. That's one combo. But you also have Umbral Mantle. Umbral Mantle with a big enough Thranduil and a different one of those tapped. Like, you can just get Bajuka bogged and still win. Wirewood Symbiote seems good for the bounce and untapped. Absolutely. I do think my head would hurt, but I think you should run it. It is just that broken. Maybe no Kaga. I think Kaga's too slow. So maybe instead of one of these haste enablers, we can do a Muddle the Mixture. And actually, maybe we do it over Ripples, because I don't want to cut lands. And in fact, I want to get more lands in this deck a little bit. Maybe Tribune of Rot's too slow. As much as that pains me to say. Maybe Shadowheart's too slow. As much as that pains me to say. And then this Thranduil's probably just too fair. Lorien revealed. And then Shifting Woodland. Ooh. That is nice, but I would like to have some sort of like amulet effect because then we could go infinite with Aftermath Analyst. So yeah, it would be fine for sure. Singularity Rupture? Yo, hang on. I think Singularity Rupture is like a genius master stroke from chat here. Good job, Snarky Skunk. You just 6 mana, blow up the whole board and mill half your library, and then Thranduil's just God. That seems insane. Cycle lands for Aftermath return. I think we're getting way too cute, but Ash Barrens would probably work. Go Ash Barrens. Landscape. Deathrite Shaman. Yeah. I think I saw a couple of the basic land cards. 2 or more other lands. I thought we had one that's like, if you control 2 or more basics, and it's like, that's never happening. I mean, no Zagoth Shrine, we already have Surveils. I typically don't like stacking those unless we care about whatever the hell. Two or more basics. There we go. I wouldn't. Deathrite doesn't have a mana ability anymore. Do you really fucking think... Sorry. Way over the edge here. But also, do you really fucking think that Deathrite Shaman not being a mana ability anymore has changed how good this stupid piece of shit is? What do you mean? I wouldn't add it. Deathrite doesn't have a mana ability anymore. What planet are you from? If we're cutting Opulent. Oh, Opulent Palace. Yeah, absolutely. Deathrite never had a mana ability since it targets. Wait, you're right. Yeah, this always targeted a thing. This was never a mana ability. What? What are we talking about, Lord Sardasat? This has never had a mana ability on it. Even before the change, it wasn't a mana ability. That's so funny. All right. So we have Traverse. Malevolent Rumble's kind of a land. Maybe no Elvish War Master. I fucking love that card, but I don't think we can. You know what? Here, I'm going to lock this in. No Shang-Chi. He's a cringe human from Marvel. We can still muddle the mixture for Lightning Greaves. Now we get an extra land slot. What's the change, by the way? If mana ability would manipulate library, then not mana ability no more. What does this mean? Savala's changed, Milliken's changed. Like, these are all things that go on the stack and have to resolve as opposed to being a mana ability now. Blended Reclamation since you're milling lands? No. That's not... Nah, that's nothing. Like, okay, okay. I feel like a lot of people have, like, one layer of thinking when it comes to deck building. And this is me calling you, like, an idiot or anything. This is just, like, normal. I used to do this all the time, too. I feel like people see... We're milling ourselves. Let's get a thing that brings all of our lands back from the graveyard, since we're going to fill up our graveyard with lands. And sure, that's great when it comes alongside a mill and an elf body and also an activated ability like Aftermath Analyst. But if you overload on these effects without having, like, landfall, like, having a ton of lands doesn't make us win any more than us having, like, 3 lands and some dorks. Like, Thandurul does not care if we have 50 lands. He cares if we have 50 elves in the graveyard. And if we have 50 elves in the graveyard, we win. Therefore, if our graveyard is big, we win. we don't need Splendid Reclamation to get lands back, because that implies that we're going to go long if we have a large graveyard. We're not going to go long if we have a large graveyard. If we have a large graveyard, we win, right? So having multiple of this Aftermath Analyst kind of return all the lands effects is actually erroneous, in my opinion, with the way we've built this deck currently. You could build a landfall version of this deck that likes it, but this combo version of the deck, where we're trying to go blisteringly fast and combo win with a Necrotic Ooze Elf, is not requiring Splendid Reclamation, right? I don't know if that translated, because I do have a tendency to not explain things well or nicely. But that's the gist. Let's do Fabled Passage. And then Yavimaya Hollow. Generate target creature. This is under the $50 elf limit. Generate elf. So then we can go. Is attrition too slow for the elf, for these elf decks? For this elf deck, I think attrition's too slow. Any good changelings? Probably. We'll look at that in a moment. Nomadic Elf for mana fixing? Anyway, Yavimaya Hollow is great. Let's do... This deck should run Gaia's Cradle. Would you guys still watch me if I was that kind of deck reviewer? It looks like you need Gaia's Cradle in this green deck. Ending explained. I'm not about to make a movie slop channel, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm strictly a Magic YouTube slop only. Magic slop only. I appreciate the enthusiasm for hearing me. Yeah, we need to do Rhystic Study, too. This is a blue deck. We should run Rhystic Study. I think Gaia Reach. Agna Koala. Oh, I got the apostrophe right. I had no idea where that motherfucking apostrophe was. That was 100% a guess. Realm Walker is a Eladamri Corvectol Part 2. I know, but Eladamri cheats. Is this a Traumatized deck? Yeah, we added the board clear Traumatize. Yo, this hand is fucking nuts. Surveil. Top! Priest. Dionys. Holy shit. Okay, this turn we have 5 trillion mana? What's happening? Add 2 mana because we have 2 elves. 1 for Wirewood Symbiote. Return... Oh, this untaps because of Dionys' ability. So we still have 1 green floating. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thranduil. Return an elf you control to its owner's hand. Dionys. Untap Priest of Titania. Tap for 2 green. Blue. Frantic Search. Draw 2. Discard these 2. Untap 3 lands. Wait, am I a moron? I think I am. I think we could have won this turn. Because instead of discarding Llanowar Elves, you discard Drowned Catacombs. Green. Llanowar Elves. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's something here with Umbral Mantle where we could have gone infinite, I think. And then played Tyvar and then won because we had infinite power creatures. I'm just a moron. I played tested that very badly. I was just thinking 100% about Thranduil and not about Umbral Mantle lines. Okay, this is keepable. Drop. We have 2 or more opponents. And we don't have a 1-drop, so actually let's go for Burning Landscape and then fetch for... Forest. Next turn. Okay, we have 3 more opponents. We have Devoted Druid in play. I love Devoted Druid so much because she just dodges exile-based removal. Okay, holy shit. We're about to win. 1, 2, 3. Elvish Archdruid. Island Cyclorian. Have you heard of the Buried Alive pile for this deck? I imagine we already run it. Because we have Buried Alive. In fact, maybe we should run Perplex. I'm not sure. Okay, we super win here, right? So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Dionys. Hold on, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dionys. Whenever this creature becomes tapped during your turn, untap it and put a counter. So that's 1 green. 2, 3. Marwyn. Green. 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 Because we can get 3 because it puts a counter on her too. Oh, in fact, we maybe shouldn't get that last green though. Because now we can spend this on this. Equip for 0. But then pay 3 to untap. We now have infinite green mana. We can't do anything with it. But we do have it. We also have infinite mana. No, this is infinitely big too. So I guess we could just swing this because it's infinitely big. Awesome. Exactly what I wanted. Yay! You can move the Umbral Mantle around and do it to every creature that has a mana ability. Make it huge. And then do it here. Yay! So these are all infinitely big. Okay, there's Beast Whisperer that we can't do anything with. Anyway, that was like a board of infinitely big creatures, which isn't nothing. It's just not something. Or it's not enough. So maybe we do earn Perplex. Just because Perplex tutors for Buried Alive, which is basically insta-win pile if we have a haste enabler. No, Tyvar is kind of cool. Maybe no Thranduil's company. Time of need to get Tyvar. It's fine. We're incubating. Let's get an island. Honestly, that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Elf enters. This gets +1/+1 until end of turn. We don't have a second elf. So we don't want to do Beast Whisperer, I think. I think we just want to hit our land drop. Let's Frantic Search. Yo, hello, Dionys. Discard this, discard Muddle. I like that this gives haste, though. Okay, but goodbye, Dionys. All right, and then you go land, 1, 2, 3, 4, Beast Whisperer, fetch 4, island. And this turn you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thranduil, draw a card. 1, 2, 3. Ugh, so close. So maybe you don't do Thranduil. It's so good. Maybe just Finale. Finale's where Shang-Chi's actually better than Lightning Greaves. So we should just run Shang-Chi. In that game, if you get Shang-Chi for 2 there, because you can also get Lightning Greaves with the Muddle instead of doing all this BS. Like just 1, 2, 3 Muddle the mixture for Greaves. And then go 1, 2, 3, 4 for Tyvar draw card. In the string, you go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thranduil, Greaves, draw card. You have 2 creature cards in your graveyard. That is not a lot. This only taps for 2 mana now. But at least we're like getting counters from Tyvar, which is kind of cool. But we are drawing a billion lands. Ugh. Do you review standard list or strictly commander? I could look at a standard deck a little bit. I don't really play standard though. That's like one of the formats that's like a blind spot for me. I could look at modern decks probably, but yeah. Or what's it about? Okay, Umbral Mantle's weird. Honestly, probably just dropping Tyvar here and minusing. Okay. We do not control an island or a swamp. There's Perplex. Perplexing. Singularity Rupture. $42. 1, 2, Bloom Tender. Do we have a basic left? Nope, we milled all our basics. That's so funny. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our things have haste. 1, 2, 3. So we can tap this, I imagine, for a billion mana some way. Yep, Marwyn. So billion mana. We have infinite mana. Do we have infinite power? We do have Vanifar. Okay, we have infinite mana of any color. We have infinite worms. Exile up to 2 non-land permanents you control. Dink, dink. Return them to the battlefield at being the next end step. Ugh. I see. Mantle's infinite power. Yes. How do we turn that into kills on all 4 of our opponents? Do we have some sort of stupid object? Okay, we have Gerard, but Gerard's another creature. Bracket 3? It's on the edge. I'm just trying to make this the best Necrotic Use deck I can, given like not putting in like $1 billion cards. So we have Gerard, we have Lathril. But the main thing is that we have Vanifar. So we do actually have infinite tutors for our library. So what we can do is Vanifar, sack another creature, this one, get a 3-drop, Tyvar the Pummeler, and then infinitely pump here, untap, sack Tyvar. Get a mana value 4 elf. Oh, you know what? You get Tristan. Duh. Think when this creature enters or transforms, mill 3, then if there's an elf card, and then what does this turn into? Mill 3 cards, you may not exile a card from your graveyard. Okay, no, so this isn't right. Anyway, MV4. Edge of 2 or 4. Dog, we're infinitely doing Necrotic Oozes on turn 6. Do you think we're at 2? Okay, you get Beast Whisper. Sack it. MV5. Do we have a Fana Elf left? Yes. Underrealm Lich. Okay, and then you go sack this. MV equals 6. Okay, we don't have Disciple in our graveyard. So I think having an Eternal Witness somewhere along that line, so you can retrieve Gerard and then kill everyone with Gerard infinite power, is something we need. And maybe, honestly, Guardian Augmenteer comes out. I normally like that for kill on site commanders like this, but here it might just be better just to have, like, Eternal Witness Elf. Timeless? Timeless isn't an elf. She's a human. But Timeless does Eternalize. So if we mill it, we can just have one human in the deck. Because this lets you turn any elf with your Birthing Pod effect into a regrowth. And then also, if you milled it over, you also can just get a regrowth because you have infinite mana. So 7 mana. Imperious Perfect plus Gerard also works. So you make a green elf, and then you Gerard, sack the elf. You make a green elf, Gerard, sack the elf. Okay, yeah, that works too, actually. You're right. And in fact, I think we already have better versions of that. Yeah, because it works with Lewin. Yeah, so I'm overthinking it a little bit. Either way, I don't like Imperious Perfect. Whereas I feel like this has better card quality. The MH3 Adapt one. Oh, the Adapt one. That's not nothing. Incubation Druid, it's already in the deck. Do we not have something else that makes a token? You can also Death Rate repeatedly. Oh, Death Rating repeatedly is so funny. Because if we don't have something that taps and makes an elf, I'll be a little sad. But I think Elvish Archdruid, nope. Is there another elf we can run that taps and makes an elf? Maybe no Lathril. No. I'm so heartbroken. The best one is Imperious Perfect. Hang on. Maybe there's the one that makes create O token. I mean, okay, hang on. Luluin works. Luluin works. We don't need anything else. Luluin works. Because you can just make a bunch of worms. This is like if we've Singularity Ruptured and we did not mill a land, and you deserve to lose, honestly. But I would go Luluin. Formidable Speaker plus token land also works. Ooh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, we can do Abundant Countryside. Right, because if we have infinite mana and Formidable Speaker, you can untap this land to tap it forever. Can we do Feet Elf? I hope you mean Fleet Elf. Like, what do you mean Feet Elf? You pervert. Oh, you mean fucking Morcant. Morcant's funny. Morcant is like a good, like, fair plan kind of card. She wouldn't be bad. It'd be a fun fair plan. I just think it's very different. Yeah, and she don't got feet. She has hooves. Let's not hoof erasure around here. Lilywin, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's mill all these fucking elves that are broken. Sounds great to me. Holy shit, that was a god mill. Alright, Tristan. Go get him, Tiger. When this enters, mill 3 cards. And then we have this as an option. Okay. And then is there, if there's an elf card in your graveyard, you gain 2 life. We do gain 2 life. Okay, great. Next turn. Underground Mortuary, 1, 2. Actually, let's tap and flip Tristan. This mills 3. Then you may exile an elf from your graveyard. I don't think we will. But thank you, Tristan, for that extra elf in my graveyard. And then we can go 1, 2. Malevolent Rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's retrieve Gyre Reach Sanitarium. And then put these into the yard. And they can pass. So we could just cast our commander. I think that's erroneous. We could develop more elf. That feels correct. Great. We've developed elf. Because I do not feel safe casting this unless I have a layer of protection or haste. It's going to get killed. Beast Whisperer. Did I tap double green for that? Yes, I did. Okay. Findhorn Elves. Draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woodland Weave Master. Draw a card. This is not a elf I can cast. Great. Next turn. There's Marwyn. Elrond, draw. Elves. We do have Yavimaya Hollow. Hang on. Let's not tap like a moron. So we went Elrond. So we could have gone like that, that. And then we tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we still have 1, 2, 3 mana floating. 4 mana floating, sorry. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Thranduil, green, Yavimaya Hollow, protect. Next turn, and then you win. So we could have done that slightly earlier if I wasn't a moron and forgot about Yavimaya Hollow. I don't know if I like Harmonize Crescendo. It feels too fair. We could just traumatize ourselves. I'm going to put Shang-Chi back in. He's just so broken, guys. I'm so sorry. I really tried to not. He's just stupid. The fact you can get him with Finale, traverse the Uvenwald, and muddle the mixture is just like, come the fuck on. Or else going to run the green Harmonize in the deck. So I don't know if you know this, but green Harmonize is Harmonize. Can we just verify that you understand this? I am bad with names of cards. I see. Dianus. Okay, and this turn, you go crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Champions of the Perfect. Eladamri Corvec underneath. Green, untap. You get a +1/+1 counter. Findhorn Elves. Draw a card. Alright, next turn. 1, 2, 3. Muddle the mixture. Shang-Chi. Master of Kung Fu. Dink, dink. Dink, dink. Mill 3. And if there's an elf in our graveyard, there's not. Next turn. Black, blue, 1, 2, 3, 4. We get Eladomri back into our hand. Singularity Rupture. Mill top 40. Elrond. Or we can go Eladomri. All right, next turn. Cavern of Souls. Name elf, baby. 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. Thranduil. No, we're 1 off. Like, we need to cast Shang-Chi at some point. So I think you should probably cast Shang-Chi last turn instead of Eladomri. And then hope he lives. And if he doesn't, then you still do this. But either way, if he does live, Thranduil wins the game. I'm going to say that confidently. Like, that's true. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. Okay, so we have the whole combo, I think. So everything that's applicable, I moved off to the right. So you go green, tap, activate Selvalla's ability. Where the fuck is Selvala? Dink. Add X mana of any combination of colors where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Our greatest power is 5. And in fact, you can use Shang-Chi to do this. We have 1 green floating for abilities. And then we can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 5, sorry, because he is a 5/6. And then you go Devoted Druid, -1/-1 counter, untap him. And then we need a pumper in the yard. Do we have a way to pump? The answer is no. Yes, we have Woodland Weave Master, but that doesn't pump. Could we theoretically Incubation Druid and do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then use the 1 from Shang-Chi for activated abilities. So he'd have 2 +1/+1 counters and 2 power. And then you'd activate Selvala again and add 6. And then you would -1/-1 counter from Devoted Druid. Activate Selvalla's ability again to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? And then this would work with the Incubation Druid because the -1/-1 counters, you can readapt it after doing this. So this is infinite mana now. Then you, with infinite mana, have multiple ways to win. Numero uno. You can untap any permanent with this guy. And that works with... Or I guess actually you just have Luluin and lands in your graveyard. So you activate Luluin, and you have infinite mana and an infinite power Thranduil. So you just make infinite pests, and then you make infinite mana again, and then you use Gerard's ability to drain out everyone. And then you can return anything you want with Timeless, including Finale of Devastation, which can get just like any other gameplay object you would need here. Yeah, so Incubation Druid does work. Yeah, no, I knew I had Incubation in my graveyard. I just wasn't sure if it worked. But alas, it does, and it works very well. Okay, so this list is about good to go. There we go. Thank you to Garrett for getting that deck review. It was really fun to look at Thranduil, this evil monster of hate.